Hello, hello, everybody! Welcome back! Welcome back here to the channel. Goodness gracious! I need to make sure my mic is in check. Ready, guys? Here comes the check. I need to make sure my mic is in check. Yeah, there it is. There we go. I don't know what it is. I have to keep doing that every time. I always have to explain myself and all that stuff. Also, hello to the new chatter. I'm gonna call you Vol. Welcome, Vol. Alrighty then, guys. Welcome back to another Berry World SMP stream here on the channel. Now, for those who are unaware of what Berry World is, Berry World SMP is my SMP that I personally host myself, that is tied to my production server or production team known as Berry World Studios. And today we are back with another pre-record lore stream. And guess what, guys? We're gonna be streaming Berry World again tomorrow. But this time it won't be a pre-record, so honestly I'm very excited for you guys to be here today, because in my honest opinion this is one of the best pre-records I've done to date. I've had to do a lot of work for this, including getting some body actors, some voice actors and all that stuff to, you know, send me lines and all that, so it's gonna be amazing. So honestly guys, I'm so happy for you to be here today, because it's gonna be an amazing one. This stream is gonna be a choice one. It's getting crazy up in here too. Berry World streams 2 days in a row. Oh, that's not the only Berry World streams that are happening as well. There are a couple Berry World streams that are going to be happening within the next few days. I know Danny over here has actually went ahead and teased their Berry World stream that they're going to be doing. And I know Sky's going to be possibly doing some streams. So honestly, it is hype. We are now back in action. We decided to take a you know, a mild hiatus and a little bit of a break after doing all 3 events that we did, which included the Queen's Ball, the mysterious event that had happened on the server, and then there was also the Oasis Fire event. So yeah, we did all of those back to back, and we decided to take a break and all that stuff. But, you know, we're back in action. I'm going to continue talking for a bit. We're going to have some ads pre-roll over this stream and whatnot, so we're going to let those ads pass through, and then we're going to get into the lore. But honestly, thank y'all so much for the support on Berry World, despite us having to take a huge break. But we are now back in action, and we are ready. We are ready to continue the story of rebellion, of hatred, of betrayal that is happening amongst the New World. So honestly, it's going to be very interesting to see what we're going to be doing in today's stream and whatnot. I obviously know what's going on. It looks like an ad is starting to play, so we're going to let that play through. But honestly, thank you guys so much again for all the support on Berry World SMP. It's been amazing to see how much everybody has been, you know, doing stuff. I really need to catch up on lore. Fun fact, in our fan server, which Danny or any one of my mods, you can link the invite link and all that stuff. In our fan server, we do have a lore document that documents literally everything that is important to the main storyline. It's a huge read, but if you actually take the time and actually read it like an actual book, you'll be able to, you know, get caught up on what's going on. It's going to be updated soon since this stream is coming out. But if you want to watch perspectives on it, if you want to watch the perspective of the New World Order, which is the you know, the big government entity and all that stuff, which is the one half of the lore, definitely go check out Yuki Blaze's channel. Thank you so much, Jenny, for putting that link in chat. Thank you so much. If you want to see the perspective of the Argus Insurgency, which is the rebellion, definitely go check out Neo Sky's channel. They are amazing. And if you want to just see, you know, neutral perspectives, you can definitely check out any of the members' channels that have them uploaded in our player listing and whatnot. You get access to all of the channels. But honestly, guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. And I think the ads are over, so let's go ahead and get right into the lore.
This isn't my responsibility.
Needless to say, keep yourselves warm. Enjoy the bonfire.
Is there anyone inside? Are there any animals inside?
We go
The ship! Please don't burn down the ship!
Please don't burn down my town!
Alright, what's on my agenda for today?
Actually, quite a bit, sir. An uncontrollable fire had broken out last night at the Dogeland Hotel during the Spirited Oasis Festival. According to eyewitness reports, the fire was planned by the rebels.
They did what?
Also, it appears that your daughter from Warlade has requested a meeting with you.
Well, I guess that works in my favor. Let's move. Search the area. I'm going in.
Roger that.
By the gods. They really think that this is just gonna help their cause? No, it's gonna make things worse for them. Huh. You know, for a group that wants to fight for justice and everything, they sure as hell like to resort to anarchy. It's embarrassing. Huh. I think I'd rather not. If they really think that they didn't hurt anybody, they'd be dead wrong. Hey, little buddy. You don't happen to know where Miles is, do you?
Okay. That's gone. Alright.
Miles?
Up. Justice?
There you are.
Yeah, hi. Sorry. I was trying to see what was left after,
God.
as you can see. Let me come on down.
Careful there.
Trust me, it's been hectic trying to avoid all of that.
God, you look like shit. No offense.
None taken. It's been hard to focus. Ever since this happened, it's been kind of eating me up a little bit.
I mean, it just happened last night, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. I couldn't sleep at all.
I don't think anybody was able to sleep besides myself, because, well, I was planning on attending, but I had to tend to other matters, unfortunately.
That's all right. I know that you're a busy person, so things happen.
Where's my sister?
Allie, she's in the hotel in the Spirited Oasis, staying there.
Is she alright?
He was definitely affected by it too. I think she was one of the more frantic ones. Allie and I have been friends for a while, so she knew how it had affected me, and well, let's just say she didn't take anything that happened too well.
Here, come over here. Don't want to really intrude on any of these villagers' doings, because looks like they're trying to help.
Yeah, they've been here. They got here pretty fast, actually.
Well, at least this place didn't burn the whole entire forest down.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Such a beautiful structure, just gone.
Yeah, that's all my hard work from when I first woke up here, you know? It's all gone, and I mean, at this point I'm wondering why it even happened to me of all people, since I don't really exactly do anything to warrant this.
This is exactly what I predicted. Back in that room where everybody stood around me. I told them that this was gonna happen. I warned them, but I guess no one's gonna start taking things serious until someone gets hurt or something. And
Yeah.
as much as I hate to say it, but I guess this is their sheer reminder. I guess we had to lose something in order for people to finally realize that shit's not gonna go well.
Yeah. I think this probably woke up a lot of people to the severity of the situation.
I certainly hope so. And I certainly hope that those rebels are starting to rip at each other's throats. Because I guarantee you, not all of them agreed to this.
I wouldn't think so.
You see, back in the old world when people used to protest against, well, the higher-ups, including myself, there was two ways of doing it. They could have caused complete destruction, which would have gotten them nowhere. Or they could have done it peacefully, but it looks like they've chosen their decision. And well, as with any other rebellious uprising that involves violence, of course, the answer is no. Of course I'm not going to concede with their demands. This right here is a message. This is them wanting us off our throne. And I don't think they know what they're up against. They're getting desperate.
You can definitely tell they are from what they did here, and they weren't afraid to be blunt about it either.
What exactly did happen? How did this all start? Do you remember?
Well, as you know, we had the festival.
Of course.
Everything was fine until probably towards the almost the end, but not really. We had just gone down to the bar in the inn, and all of a sudden, we just hear a microphone that we had left out for the opening ceremony. We had left it out so we could grab it if we needed it for future stuff. And all we hear is a voice. So we're all, just sitting there confused. I run out when I hear it. Lo and behold, there's Sky and Davern sitting on the archway, just staring down at us.
They got my son to burn down a fucking building.
Yeah, they did.
They got my boy to burn down a fucking building.
Yeah, and they seemed really proud about it too. They were laughing and joking. Sky made a comment saying it was similar to the Boston Tea Party of the old world. And then we had a dog come running into the area after they said have fun at the bonfire. Everyone starts getting confused. Allie and I are running after the dog that's leading us. Lo and behold, we see the inn in flames. I looked inside just now when you saw me coming out of, and a lot of my stuff is either burnt or missing.
This wasn't just any fire. This was planned. Again, this is a message.
Oh yeah, it was made clear that day.
Well, I'm sorry to see all of this happen.
Yeah, it's all my hard work, I have a lot of good memories in that end, but at least with how everything turned out, there wasn't any severe injuries, as you probably walked by over there. There was a few burns, but nothing life-threatening.
And they think that this is gonna help their cause? No. Not in the slightest. Fucking psychopaths. This is exactly why we needed to cut ties.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, after all of this, I can't guarantee that they're gonna be alive after all of this. A lot of people probably want their heads. Well, I guess that's what you get for trying to be a hero.
I know a lot of people were really shocked and confused and upset, especially Allie when, she saw Davern there.
I can't believe they've turned my son into a monster, and yet they call me a monster, yet they call my sister a monster. Do they not look around themselves? How many more buildings have to get burned for them to understand that their cause is only causing more problems?
They're really focused on making points, so they probably didn't think about it when they did it. They probably just in the moment of we need to get something done. But what makes me really pissed off is they burnt down my place of all things and stole my things.
It's because you're an easy target. They wouldn't dare set foot in a place like Haven or anywhere else because those places are watched over. This was the right place, the right time. They knew when to strike when you were vulnerable. And even then, you sit amongst the council. And I guess that technically means that you're part of New World Order. In their eyes, at least.
Yeah, well, either way, it's not really much we can do about this part right now. The main thing that's my focus is making sure that the injured villagers are okay and make sure that nothing like this happens again.
Yeah.
But there was something really weird when I went into the... I found something earlier on when the fire was happening.
What'd you find?
And, well, this isn't mine, but I found this when I was walking around. I figured you might want to hold on to that because it probably holds some really important information regarding the arsonists, so to speak.
Huh. Okay. I'll be sure to call forth a meeting. And I'll be sure to present that there, but... honestly, good job for at least finding that.
Yeah, despite how panicked I was and sad things were, at least I was able to pick that up.
I mean, I don't want to look through it, but... I kind of want to, but I know I can't right now. There's other priorities at stake.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is that that has something that the proper authorities really need to see.
Mind giving me somewhat of a spoiler?
It's a list of things. It's the exact plan of that, but there's something interesting written in it on the last line that you'll find interesting. That's all I'll say.
Alrighty then. I'll keep that in mind when I bring this forth to everybody, because my sister's definitely going to want to hear all of this. In fact, I think everybody's going to want to hear this.
Yeah, I know a lot of people saw this. A lot of people came to the festival. We had a actually decent crowd, and they all saw it. Even some new people saw it. So that was... I can tell you a majority of people probably saw what they did. But the main thing right now is just trying to figure out how to make sure it doesn't happen again, because being honest with you, Justin, they snuck into Spirited Oasis with no issues.
Well, I think I have a proposition for you. You see, well, ever since I heard the rumors of the rebellion being a thing, back when they were a rumor, I've had this special little project that I've had. Well, it was initially supposed to be just a place for weapons, but now it's become something even bigger than that. My own personal army, at my own disposal, composed of, well, people that want to fight, people that are devoted to our causes in the New World Order. And so every single day they've been training. They've been training in the art of combat, and well, I've already deployed them, or at least a few. And well, I think it's possible that I can lend you a couple helping hands to prevent something like this from happening again.
That'd be appreciated.
As long as no one gets in their way, they won't get in your way. They're assigned to their posts, and well, they'll only strike if push comes to shove. And well, if the rebels dare show their faces again, they have their orders. Specifically, their orders for some individuals. I can't exactly say if one of them will come out alive or not, but after seeing this, it's sickening. It's really sickening. I wonder how their parents would feel.
No one knows. I mean, look at how you feel with Davern being a part of it.
I understand why people might think we're the bad guys. Not everybody agrees to everything that the higher-ups will even do. I mean, hell, that's what happened in the old world. That's exactly what Chris was trying to preach at the elections. Is that the old ways were barbaric. And I can agree with them to a certain extent, but there's a reason we have to have these things. You see, you said that Sky mentioned the Boston Tea Party, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think they got a little bit of it wrong. You see, the United States was fighting for their absolute freedom because the British were down their throats. In fact, they never had a choice. They never had a choice in any of their matters. They were given everything, but it came at so many costs that they weren't forewarned. You see, the difference here is that the New World Order, we informed people, and they agreed to it. Every single person agreed to what we wanted to do, and for most people, it's not a problem. In a world like this, we don't have anything. We're starting from square one. Back then, they had everything. They had the resources, they had the people, they had the structure, the integrity, the society to fulfill their needs. But we don't. We're on a blank slate of Earth, and we're only just now advancing through everything. And taking out one industry is going to cause everything to collapse. Everybody needs to help. And if nobody wants to help, then where are we going to get in our lives? Nowhere. We're not going to rebuild the Earth. We're only going to kill it even more.
Yeah.
And well, this right here just proves why they're wrong.
Yeah. I was thinking, since you're going to potentially help me out with the protection here, obviously I mentioned Spirited Oasis is a neutral zone. I was thinking about, like, in the old world, how having an embassy for the New World Order to be placed there, so that even if it's a neutral zone, you'd still have some sort of headquarters of sorts for yourself if something were to happen.
I'll take you up on that offer. Honestly, I don't think we need to shake hands to make sure that we've secured a deal.
Yeah. I don't want this to happen again at all. It really ruined that day. I mean, we were just lucky that Swanson was there.
Swanson. Speaking of Swanson, I actually need to talk to her about something. Actually, a couple things, so... Do you know where she is?
She went to stay in the Spirit Oasis Hotel last time I saw her, so she's probably still there.
Alright. Well, on behalf of the New World Order, I do apologize that all of this had to happen. We did not mean for you to get caught in this crossfire conflict, but I can assure you, with our deal that we've just made, this won't happen again to you.
I appreciate that.
In fact, even if it's gone, think of it as a clean slate. You could possibly clear all of this debris and make something even better.
Yeah, I could maybe make like a rentable house or a building or something that can rent out individual rooms or something.
It's quite
I'm sure I
possible.
can find something.
The possibilities are endless, but for now, thank you for the information. And again, I apologize that all of this happened.
It's all right.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go talk to Swanson now. You should probably stay here and tend to your wounded and, well, looks like some of the fires are still going on, so...
Yeah. If you need to get to Spirited Oasis, you just go down that path, and then you'll see it. It's obvious with how big the buildings are.
Alrighty then. Oh, and Miles, I've noticed that you and my sister have gotten a little more closer. And well, just do me a favor. Please watch over her.
Of course.
Thank you.
No problem.
Best of luck to you.
You too.
Well, would you look at the timing? Just the person I wanted to see.
Well, I've been meaning to see you too, but I didn't expect it to be quite now, I suppose. How have you been, fella?
I don't think it's important to know how I've been. It's more along the lines of how everything's been.
You're correct. We have more important matters to be discussing.
Specifically, I need to talk to you.
Alrighty then. Do you have a preference of location, or...?
Somewhere that's at least hidden.
I suppose one of the upper penthouse things they've been telling me about might be the best place?
Well, let's get a move on. Yeah, this should be fine. You know, I thought about coming to that festival.
What changed your mind?
Things had to be done. Someone had to run some places, do a bunch of things. Just
That's
glad to
fair.
see that this place isn't burnt to the ground.
About the fire. There's something... You know how I told you about my fates? The
Yeah.
voices I hear?
What about him?
Sometimes they can give me a bit more clear things than just being there, a second opinion, if you will. Yesterday was one of those days. It's difficult to discern what they mean. These past 2 times I haven't been able to properly figure it out before it happened.
Well, whatever's going on with you, you gotta figure this stuff out. Because this isn't a game anymore.
Do you think I think this is a game? I keep getting things in my head that are telling me about events that might happen, and so far both of them haven't ended well on either occasion. First one, I was told someone was gonna die, Justin. I spent that entire ball trying to figure out, who it was gonna be. From what I heard, I was scared to death it was gonna be you or the Empress. So I was trying to keep a particularly close eye on y'all. And then that didn't happen. This second time, they mentioned something about fire. So I was looking out, trying to make sure this place didn't burn down, only for the other place to get burned down. I know it's not a game. I'm just informing you, because I think you should know. Let's get back to what you came here to talk about, the actual fire itself.
Before we move on to that, and before I tell you the gruesome details that a certain Miles fella of mine, a friend, who came to me when I came here, who cried out that his precious work and his workers were almost burnt to a crisp. Before we get to that, I think there's some stuff you're not leading on.
I could think of a few things I haven't yet gotten a chance to tell you. If that's what you want to talk about first, that's fine. I assume it's about that lockdown?
I could sit here. I could yell at you. I could scream. I could shout. I could give you the stare. But at this point, I need you to tell me why. Why stick with them?
That's fairly easy. It was the best choice at the time.
Yeah.
The gods have been leading on that there's been something up about this world. Something happened to it that led it to how it is now. There are events we don't know about.
Yeah, of course. You don't think I know that, Swanson?
I know, but it's related, is all I'm saying. Essentially, there was some broadcast or something. It led us there. We were trying to figure out where it was going. And frankly, it wouldn't do if we were all at each other's throats, rather than trying to figure out what the hell landed us here.
Broadcast? You're talking about that noise or whatever the fuck that was that happened.
Yeah.
I thought that was a
It was
malfunction.
No, it was a code of some kind.
Well, I'm not really good with these kind of things, so I kind of just shrugged it off.
Neither am I, but it seemed like a fella needed help. Although, that time passed a long time ago. Any case, I managed to get what we found. I don't have it on me personally because I wasn't about to take it to a festival. But they don't got any of what we found. If I didn't stick with them, how was I supposed to find out what they learned? It's that simple.
I believe you. I do. In fact, you're probably one of the only people I ever believe in now. I lost everything. You know that? I lost everything because of those damn rebels. So I think you can understand why I'd be a little bit pissed off to find out that a friend that I helped a long time ago get out of a sticky situation when the world was normal was riding with the very people that set fire to a fucking hotel and almost killed a couple villagers. So yeah, I'm assuming you understand. Or not. I don't know anymore.
One thing's certain, fella. I don't betray people. I'm not biased. I'm on the side of justice. And what that fella did, what they did, makes my blood boil. It's not right. Therefore, when the time comes, they're gonna get karma. They're gonna get justice. So long as you know that, you'll know I'll always be on the side of justice.
I know why they did this.
Retaliation, I assume.
It's about sending a message. They don't want me or my sister in office, even though their votes counted. The hypocrisy, the lies, the deceit that's going around now. It's exactly what I told every single one of you was going to happen. And I'm hoping, besides the many lives that could have been lost that are now being helped, I'm hoping this can finally open the eyes of many people that we were only meant to help you to begin with. We're not your enemy, as much as they would want you to believe. After all, I heard about their little speech, their little claims. their right for injustice and unfairness, unevenness. You see, Everett was one thing. But unbalance and unfairness is another. And that's exactly how this all began. I know I keep bringing up the past, and I really shouldn't, because at this point, I feel like everybody's tired of fucking hearing about it. But I want people to understand that people are fighting and rebelling because we want to help people. I've said it time and time and again, Pandora's Law was meant to help people. It was meant to save people. And now, with our real estate industry crumbled to the fucking ground, we might not even be able to have houses for everybody to live in. That's how much they care about you. And they're cocky. They think they can just walk in and destroy places with ease. Well, first step in solving a problem is recognizing that there is one. And well, I've already got aces up my sleeve. That's not me doing the same thing at all. I just know how this works. I've had to debate with many people over my lifetime. Many people that hated me. Many people that didn't want me to succeed because they didn't reach any goal that I did. But if you want to take down your enemy, you gotta figure out how they work. And well, I know exactly what drives this little rebellion. Hatred, aggression, unfairness. Balance is completely broken, and well, that's exactly their motivation, and unfortunately I think they're blinded by it, because even they probably don't know how far they're taking their limits. Spoke to Miles before coming to you, like I said. Poor man didn't even deserve any of this. But
It's dangerous when fellas think they're doing the right thing. On any side.
we're friends, right?
You have to ask that? Philip, the moment you helped me out, the moment you showed me that you cared enough to do something no one else was apparently willing to do, that's the moment I became your friend, and that didn't just change because things are happening. I don't exactly get my emotional affairs tied up in my official ones, I guess you could say.
That makes sense. I'm sorry that I asked, but there's a reason for that.
Something making you doubt things, fella? More than normal?
It's just that everybody's scared and everybody's looking to me for answers. Everybody's looking to my sister. And I guess some believe that we're monsters and we don't have feelings too, but it couldn't be more further from the truth. I'm just trying to see who I can trust and who I cannot trust. Which is why I was very, very, very upset and, well, kinda scared that I felt like you switched sides. After receiving a tip that you and the rebels and a fuck ton of people passed through Haven. But I'm glad to know that it's for a greater cause. What did you find, by the way?
We found some old broken tapes. Unfortunately, they don't seem like they can be repaired, supposedly. But I think there was a log or two. It's been a bit, and all this fire stuff's got my memory a bit fuzzy. I have them back at Talon Peaks. I can make sure I drop them by the research center sometime soon.
Well, I think that'd be the most appropriate thing to do. You see, my connection, Wyvern, is working on a few projects at the research center. Well, one of them is known as Project Genesis. And well, that project is dedicated to finding out how everything got this way, so whatever you found will definitely be vital.
Of course, that was the intention. I'm after the truth, if there is one to be found. But Justin, no matter what the situation is, I don't want you to have to be afraid whether or not I've switched sides, alright? I know that's not necessarily easy, but you're one of the people I really, really wouldn't want to hurt, fella. You're not someone I'd betray lightly, and I don't betray people, so, you know. I've been meaning to talk to you about what happened back then. I just simply didn't have time with everything going on. I came to this festival mostly to monitor it, to be honest. Simply because whenever there's large gatherings, people see opportunities.
Well, you don't need to worry about that anymore.
A lot's changed since the old world.
It sure has. I've been told that I'm different now. That's what my wife told me. And
I
then
don't know much about your wife.
Then she left.
She left?
Yeah. But there's nothing I can do to change her mind. She says she can't be happy because I'm not Justin anymore, I'm Ares. Which I just don't understand. I've always been Ares from the start. I just never realized it. My whole entire life I was lied to.
And then suddenly we come here and learn what we actually are. And we have to deal with that whether we like it or not. Everything that comes with being Ares or Phoebe. You may have changed, fella, but the base things that still make you you, those haven't changed.
I guess it's just... anytime someone hears the name Ares, they think of the bad guy. It's like how my Uncle Hades has said it all this time. You live long enough to see yourself as a hero, but you just end up being the villain. It's exactly what they say, right?
Yeah. I guess they do.
Well, as for whatever people may think, I don't really care. I know exactly what my ambitions are, and I know what my goals are. And if people can't understand that, then they can just get lost. I wanted to help this world. In fact, I was the one that brought us all together in the first place. Well, me and Phone. But I haven't seen him in a while, but... we all gathered up in that giant temple, Beantopia. And we all sat down together for the first time and we discussed how we were ever gonna progress in this world. Only to have everybody just turn their backs on me. That's what hurt the most, is that people know that they did it.
Are you able to still believe in people?
I believe there's a chance. Truly, but nowadays with Ona being gone, my son out there, it just hurts. It hurts to actually see the ones you raised, the ones you loved all your life just turn their backs against you. But you know what? It doesn't matter, I guess. Because forgiveness is not something I'm asking for. No, what I'm asking for is a surrender. I think they know that they've done wrong. Or at least some of them do. And I think they believe they've crossed a line. I think we've crossed a line. Maybe there's a chance out there, but unfortunately, due to the circumstances, Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen because they've already chose what side they want to choose. They want war. And well, there's nothing really else I can do besides give it to them. If it comes to that.
I don't understand how things could have come to this point. Not that long ago, we were all living modern lives. Most of us didn't see a lick of danger. Most of us didn't ever raise a weapon against another person, let alone kill. And yet now, everyone, the entire world has gone savage. And they're trying to tear each other apart. When we were searching for that thing we heard on that broadcast, Justin, we found a creature of some kind. I was in the back of the group, and by the time I got there, they'd already slain the damn thing.
What kind of creature are we talking about?
It seems like kind of an undead. But hasn't that researcher fella Zolan been working on ways to undo that kind of thing?
From what I've heard. Yeah.
So, essentially, those fellas dropped all rational reason. Anything to say, wait, if this is what we're after, maybe there's still some way we can find out what we need to. But they killed him. They killed the fella. Now we don't got a chance, because now they're down with Hades.
The world has truly gone mad, hasn't it?
I hate this kind of world. I never imagined I'd live in a world without laws and rules.
This is why the New World Order was created. To restore that kind of balance, law, order. That's why we created it. Not just to balance things out, not to just feed everybody, but to make sure that everybody is in check. Because, well, it's like you said, without these kinds of things, we have no people, we have no laws, we have no restrictions, we have no punishments. And I tried my very damn hardest to explain this to everybody, but no, not even my cousin would bat an ear. Instead, they go around committing violent acts, spewing propaganda that's ridiculous. And now, I have to raise their bounty even more because of the pain and suffering that they truly caused.
We're making a real mess of this world, aren't we?
We're in the dark days.
The world's gone blind.
Well, not yet, it hasn't. There's still a chance out there. If we can get our shit together and finally bring justice to these anarchists, then maybe there's a chance. But as of right now, we need to tend to our own. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't suppose they even know that they've actually injured some people. Some villagers who tried to put out that fire over there, burnt. Almost died.
I wasn't aware that happened myself until you said that this morning.
That and a bunch of cattle got fucking loose, but don't need to worry about that. But I think what really hurt the most is Miles. Miles looked upset. I can feel the pain in his voice.
He had no connection to this.
Well, I would ask them why they did it, but I think there's plenty of time to do that when I have them around their neck. So, if we want things to be, well, intact and in order, I think we definitely know what needs to happen.
It's time to do our jobs, ain't it?
Not just our jobs, but our motto and our mission to protect this new world from the biggest threat that has ever reached its sense, and that is humanity itself. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to fight fire with fire, Swanson. It doesn't seem like any peaceful negotiations will even happen at this rate. So, unfortunately, whether it comes to finding out how the world became this way, or saving the rest of what remains of the world, I think it's time that you finally put your foot down, and the next time you see them, you don't hesitate. I'm not saying kill them, I'm saying make them suffer in a way. I want you to remind them of what they've done. I want you to break them mentally. 'Cause at this point, there's blood on all of our hands. And once you're done, you bring them to us. You know exactly where to put them.
I do.
Back then, when I saw you in that courtroom, you seemed hopeless. You seemed like nothing was ever gonna go your way. But now that we're together, as two, it's time to face it together. Anyways, I have to go talk to my daughter. She's requesting me. You be careful out there.
So long as you are too, fella. And remember, you're not alone in this anymore. I may have not been around back then, but I'm not gonna leave so easily now that I'm here. Alright?
I know. I'll be fine. Just take care of yourself.
Sir, we found something.
What do we have here? Such an empty void of meaning. No message, a warning of death and suffering. This is the flag of utter disarray. Dismantle this place and take anything that can be considered evidence.
Understood. Sir, I think it would be in your best interest to let me join you during this little meeting. You never know what she's capable of.
I know Soul better than anyone. She isn't gonna try anything. She is my daughter.
Are you sure, sir? The rebels were here last night. This could be an attack for all we know. Perhaps we can scare her into fessing up.
You will do no such thing with or without my presence. That is my daughter and she will not be harmed. I'm ordering you to stay outside. I just need this to be between me and her, understand?
Understood, sir.
Coming! Hi, Dad.
Hey, Soul. Mind if I come in?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Hi. So, I've noticed some things changed around.
Well, that's exactly what's gonna happen when things start to crop up, especially now, recently.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
Are you aware of everything that is going on at the moment?
More or less, I'm aware that, Sky has started a rebellion. How very kind of them. there was a fire, but I was drunk during that, so I don't remember much.
You were there when it happened.
Yeah. I had two bottles of vodka though, which was not smart, and it was not smart. I was just out.
You sure as hell are taking your advantages now that you're older.
Yeah, I was a little stressed. That whole night was it was very fever dream like. Pretty sure I freaked out because I thought I killed somebody.
Well, I guess you'll be happy to know that there wasn't any fatalities, but there sure as hell were some injuries.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunate. I bet they don't even think that they got away with that properly. Well, not exactly. But, well, I guess that's not the only reason I'm here.
Yeah.
As I did receive your notice about, well, our new security that is rolled up, and well, it's kind of convenient because I was actually on my way here already.
Yeah. I'm assuming the guard told you, because I was definitely sober by that point, but guy was here.
Yes, I'm already aware of that factor because yes, that same guard that was here last night doing their routine maintenance, or not maintenance, I'd say routine patrol route, already informed me of a certain rebellion leader that was here. And well, they had quite a bit to say. Specifically that they were seen with you.
Yeah, that is true. I came home with a bunch of other people because I offered the inn for anyone that needed it. And we came home and Sky was here and I was kind of confused at first. And then they went into the inn and so I followed. And they said something about not telling anybody that they were here. Pretty sure that they threatened us. I'm not quite positive. And then whenever they started to leave, the guard came in, and that was very, very unexpected. Although I guess I should have expected it but you know. And then, I believe his name is Mike, was very, very, very hospital. Notice the sarcasm.
If I remember correctly, Mike is that individual that we met at the ball. If I remember correctly, they had a scar over their eye.
I do believe so, yeah. They were...
Well, it's, well, I can't say that you're wrong about most parts because of the fact that the guard did instinctively say that one person had a particularly bad attitude, but I told them to, well, just brush it off. Not everybody's going to be the nicest happy camper, especially the fact that we have a rebellion afoot on the New World. But they did have their orders to arrest rebels, not exactly kill them, so I wouldn't exactly take that out of context. A lot of people don't necessarily know what's going on because of the fact that things are changing. And well, due to the fire that has recently happened and the injuries that were sustained because of it, security has been amped up. I mean, it was already made abundantly clear in the meeting that we had last that stuff that belonged to the rebel would be seized by the New World Order. And well, I guess no time better to do that now than is now. Because, well, I'm already well aware of what they're trying to seek. Which, if anything, they're blinded by. They preach about murder, about harm, about unfairness, yet they burn down an innocent place and injure a few people in the process. And well, I'm not exactly the thrillest guy ever to hear that my own daughter has had some sort of exchange with the rebels.
It wasn't from my own pleasure, believe me. Sky may have used to have been my friend, but I want absolutely no association with them any longer. What they've done is unforgivable.
I believe you. Truly I do. In fact, you might be the only one who does believe that. Because unfortunately, as someone like myself, your brothers and sisters aren't exactly on the greatest of terms with me.
Yeah.
It isn't easy being a father and seeing that your son is wanted for 120 emerald blocks. So this has as much an effect on me as everybody else. It's affected me in so many ways, and I have to start pulling my punches. Unfortunately. Yeah. But I just want you to know, I want you to understand that engaging with these people, no matter the circumstances, whether they're your friend or not, no matter what you tell me, I have to make it abundantly clear. Sky is dangerous. They targeted someone who is not very big or associated with the New World Order, but a New World Order member nevertheless. Miles didn't need to suffer the wrath of whatever they were trying to do. None of this needed to happen, but it's only proved one thing and one thing only, that they're helpless, that they're struggling. And well, I can't exactly not call them hypocrites.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, considering they attacked Miles of all people, I'm assuming that they, right now, are maybe a bit worried, which is valid, but they attacked someone who was weaker than them and who they knew they could. And that is a very low blow.
I certainly hope you're telling me the truth. I'm not exactly easy on trust nowadays. In fact, Soul, you may be the only one that I have left. And regardless of whatever anyone tells you, I do care about you a lot. And I wouldn't want you caught in the crossfire of all these things. And that's sort of another reason why I sent these guards out here to begin with. They're not just any form of guard, they're my personal army.
As long as they keep the people of Orlade safe, they are welcome.
As long as they choose not to engage with them, let them do their job, and let us, as the New World Order, do our job and capture the rebels, things should be fine. But until then, I think you should lay low. Things aren't exactly the same anymore. And well, as for that guard you were talking about, if they did indeed threaten you, you better tell me now.
They didn't threaten me specifically. Well, I mean, no, they just kind of threatened in general, which is probably their job, so.
Well, they're tasked to seek information, if there is any, so I wouldn't doubt that they had some sort of idea that there might have been some sort of information. After all, Sky was here.
Yeah.
And well, let's just say I'm gonna make it a little more harder for them to even remotely touch a city. Or get around for that factor. Because as of right now, all Rebellion property is being seized by us. And well, more of these guys are gonna start popping up everywhere. So, if you don't want to see Sky ever again, I don't think that's gonna be an issue for long.
Yeah. I definitely do not want anything to do with them. They're, as far as I'm concerned, no longer welcome to Orlade.
Alrighty then. As for your leadership position, you still have executive say in Orlade. Unfortunately, when it comes to the guards, they're under my rule, so unfortunately you can't really do anything with them. But you still can run your town. It's not exactly seized by us because, well, what you're telling me is the truth. Or at least I hope it is. Because, Soul, I need you to understand something, okay? Not only as your president or vice president, but as your father. I don't want to see you hurt.
I promise I'll stay out of trouble. And I will not let anything happen to Orlade or me or anything.
Please be safe.
I will.
This is more serious than you might think. And the more you dabble with these things, the more you tie with them, it's only a matter of time before they throw you out too. Because for all we know, One wrong thing you might say against them might cost you everything. Your flower shop, Oralade, maybe even your own brothers. So please, be very careful.
I will. I haven't got many friends left, and I'm not going to let them take my home.
Good, good. You're strong. You're very, very strong. And I believe you. What would I even do in this world if I lost every single person that I ever trusted? Probably go insane. Everything I ever loved, cared for, is just slipping through my hands. And there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Everything that's happening is unfair and it shouldn't. I'm really sorry.
Don't be. You're not the one who set a building on fire and injured several villagers in the process.
Yeah. That was the traitor.
Well, I certainly hope you are telling me the truth.
I am,
And the
don't worry.
honest truth.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Anyways, lay low.
Okay.
Cut your ties with them. Don't let them in. And even then, I don't think they'll even get past. For what they seek is shadowed in darkness and has no meaning. Until next time, stay safe.
Okay. Good luck.
Anything, boss?
She seems to be telling the truth for the most part, but something about her speech seems off. She may be hiding more than what she's leading on. They may have even silenced her, but we can't prove this.
Your call, boss. What should we do?
Keep this place guarded. If anything happens, notify me. They may be targeting my daughter, and I won't let her be harmed by them.
Perhaps reinforcements should help as well, sir.
Not a bad idea. I'll have them sent over soon. For now, stick to your post. Oh, and if you ever see anyone touch my daughter with malicious intent, hit them where it hurts and have them locked up.
Affirmative, sir.
Today is a day of new beginnings. Today marks the start of a new journey for all of you, for you have devoted your blood, sweat, and your tears to become the new face of the new world, the protectors of our lands. Rejoice and feel your honor, as every single one of you are special in your own way. As a protector, you stand tall. As a protector, you stand together as one. As a protector, you guard this earth as if it was your own. No kingdom is without its guard, and no guard is without its kingdom. Balance is what makes life continue, but as with many things, circumstances always don't coincide. Some will mock you, and some will beat you down, while some will think they have you by the throat. But if there's something that they can't take from us, is your courage, for your fighting spirit. Our second chance at life, our second chance at living, is in the hands of falling once more. Some stand between us and wish to end our goal, our mission, for reasons that are shrouded in darkness, and we, as a resurgence, should not stand and let this be. We need to fight to protect our second chances. Out there stands a symbol of struggle, a symbol of cowardness, a symbol of no meaning. But in here stands a beacon of solitude, a beacon of courage, a beacon of order. So let's send them a message. A message of strength. A message of justice. A message that says we will not stand for their anarchy. For the New World Order!
All according to plan.
Woo! Hoo-hoo-hoo! What a fucking stream, baby! Let's go! Woo-hoo! Oh my goodness, you guys have no idea how fucking much I've wanted to show this. It has been in the works for 2 weeks. So goodness gracious, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Holy God, best ending ever. Goodness gracious, what will happen next in the New World? Find out tomorrow, because we, as the New World Order, will be streaming tomorrow. So keep in mind. Woo! But in all seriousness, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Let's get some shoutouts out of the way. I've been told to drink, damn it, by Evan. Thank you so much for the drink, damn it. And also thank you, Cam, for the drink, damn it, as well. And thank you so much to the Rebellion leader, Neo Sky, for subscribing for 1 month. Kind of hilarious that the Rebellion leader has given me a subscription, but we're out of lore right now. I've been told to drink, damn it, again. Hold on. Thank you so much. And also, to answer your question, Cheese, yes, that is the Spartan chant. That is the Spartan chant. You may recognize where it's from and whatnot, but yes, basically that's what that's supposed to symbolize and all this stuff. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Goodness gracious, 1 hour and 16 minutes, about to be 1 hour and 17 minutes. It was so good. Let me guys, honestly, let me know in chat if you loved it. Let me know if you think that was the best Berry World stream I've done so far. Because in my honest opinion, I think I've nailed it this time. There we go. Let's go. Goodness gracious, I've never had this much support on this on a stream. So guys, thank you so much for you know being here, and honestly it makes me want to tear up. Honestly, it's amazing that you guys are loving this series so much. Lots of hard people you know work on this series. It isn't just myself, it's Yuki, Sky, Danny, every single person in our group, every single person in our SMP works on this SMP. And now that we're back in action, when we're ready to continue, and as I said, tune in tomorrow to see the continuity of what the New World Order's response will be. Oh man, it feels good to get these streams out. But honestly guys, thank you so much for the support on the stream. I know I'm not even gonna do a proper outro. I want to go hang out with my friends and whatnot, and I got to do stuff later. So honestly, again, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in. Honestly, you're amazing. And thank you to everybody who helped with the stream, all the voice actors, all the backstage. You guys are amazing. Everybody's amazing. And honestly, I think it's time for me to go. So, my name is YouCantJustice, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye!